Rise in food prices and collapse of the Yemeni rial to historic lows in the past months are driving more citizens into poverty and hunger, especially in Houthi militia-controlled areas. Many families are surviving on bread and water, with devastating impacts on their health, with some desperate parents selling their family gold to pay for medical care. This report has more details.
The high prices in Sana'a and the areas under the control of the Houthi militia make citizens unable to provide the most basic necessities of life in terms of food and shelter. Areas experiencing acute food shortages and high levels of malnutrition have been observed in the Houthi-controlled northern provinces. The economic policies of the Houthis have made the deteriorating humanitarian and economic situation worse, as they have led to a surge in food prices. Prices remain significantly above average nationwide. The lack of income earning opportunities and high food prices will likely continue to drive below average purchasing power during the projection period. The surge in food prices brings renewed suffering to the Yemeni civilians. Since 2015, the economy has shrunk by half, and more than 80% of Yemenis now live below the poverty line. This collapse is most visible in loss of income, depreciation of the Yemeni rial, loss of government revenue, commercial import restrictions, and rising commodity prices.
I am speaking as a Yemeni citizen. The salary I receive in local currency in relation to the massive increase of the exchange rate is worth nothing. We live on the brink of famine and starvation. The majority of Yemenis are suffering in this chaos. Very few can afford life necessities with this crisis going, and the rest are living below the poverty line.
More than 80% of Yemen's population face major challenges in accessing food, drinking water, and healthcare services amid a lack of human resources, equipment, and supplies. Many families could not bear the consequences of the salary cuts. Households did not survive the stormy tide of need that led them to starvation and famine. Employees are left with two empty pockets in front of their families and children, unable to provide basic meals, the value of medical services, or pay their rent. Yemen's skyrocketing inflation is driving families to further cut down on their meals, edging them closer to starvation and malnutrition. Yemenis are facing crisis or worse levels of severity of needs in obtaining the necessities of life, maintaining their health and well-being, and the coping strategies employed just to stay alive.